Now on CoastTV News.
Parking in Milton, what solutions the town is considering, how it could affect your trip downtown.
An offshore wind agreement for a price, the contract causing controversy in Rehoboth Beach.
A scare in the air, new evidence surrounding Alaska Airlines, the door plug that flew off in midair. What's next for the industry?
Coming up, a dramatic shift in our calm weather as we brace for a wild winter whirlwind. You're going to tune in to the latest of this approaching storm with howling winds at 70 miles per hour.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A look from above at downtown Milton, where big parking changes are in the works. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with the town of Milton considering paid parking downtown.
Milton's parking working group is exploring ways to get more people in and out of town more frequently. One option is paid parking to combat the long-standing high demand issues and limited parking. Coast TV's Tori Seagraves explains why some locals don't see paying to park as any solution.
No open parking spaces to be found on Union Street Monday afternoon. It's no surprise to people in downtown Milton, and now the town's parking working group is looking into adding meters to solve this problem. Locals like Andy Gogates say meters will only discourage tourists from visiting small businesses here, especially at the group's proposed $2 an hour.
They'll probably find something nearby that they don't pay, the locals anyway. I'm not sure it's going to be a big benefit. I don't think people are going to be willing to pay the $2.
The Park Mobile app is being considered because the app is used by many other nearby beach communities along the coast. Others believe that with an influx of people moving to the small town, paying to park could help spots become available more frequently once meters run out.
I think the way things are growing around here, it would help people to get in town, buy whatever they needed to buy, or go shopping, or eat, and then leave. So I think it would help out.
The group says the revenue from the proposed parking rate would be just enough to keep the enforcement operating. Discussion of this parking option will begin tonight here at the Milton Public Library at 6:30. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milton, Coast TV News.
Speaking of paid parking, today in Rehoboth Beach at a workshop meeting, the mayor and city commissioners discussed an ordinance to increase the citation amount for parallel parking violations. That could mean raising fines from $15 to $50. The board also discussed a one-time adjustment for certain violations of overtime parking from $30 to $15 if paid within the first 7 days from when the citation was issued. The commissioner said these proposed changes will be voted on at a meeting on January 19th.
Let's take a live look right now out into Laurel. A beautiful sunset there, but it's quite literally the calm before the storm. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams has our First Alert forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And what we're dealing with is a storm that's brewing in the center part of the country is going to swing our way, and it's already giving us a heads up. Hey, I'm not kidding when I show up on your doorstep. Right now, we're under the influence of a high-pressure system, which is why it's all copacetic. It's all cool, calm, and collected for right now. But that's not lasting. In fact, some of the early warnings we now have an upgraded warning off of the coast. We actually have a storm watch and a storm warning that's issued off of the coast, along with concerns for flooding, high wind warnings in effect throughout all of Sussex County. Also, that reaches down into the Ocean City area, including Accomack, North Cumberland, as well as Somerset and Worcester. And then we also have the flood warning in effect off of the entire coast, generally speaking. Now, we also have a coastal flood warning that's just been issued for Quantico, Salisbury, Eden, Wingo, Pittsville area. This means that we have the likelihood of flooding being imminent in those areas, and that's been extended down into Nash Corner, Hallwood, Parksley, as well as Onnacock, and towards the Chincoteague area and George Island Landing. So this is active for the entire eastern coast. Where's all this coming from? This storm system that's brewing down in Texas, it's going to swing its way towards us and bring the misery right along with it. We'll break down exactly what to expect, when to expect it, and where to expect it in detail during your full forecast. Till then, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phone and scan the QR code for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need. In anticipation of the weather coming to the coast, Delaware Seashore State Park has announced the closing of vehicle surf crossings. According to the park, all crossings will be closed at Fenwick Island State Park 2. Cape and Lopin State Park also closed crossings tonight at 5. The parks say they'll reevaluate the crossings and beaches on Wednesday.
Offshore wind developer U.S. Wind is looking to bring offshore wind to the coast for a price. The company presented the city of Rehoboth Beach with what's called a community benefits agreement. The agreement says the city would receive $2 million over 20 years if it signs on. That's money the city can do whatever it wants with. In return, Rehoboth will not object or try to delay the offshore wind farm in any way. One person CoastTV spoke with says that is well worth it.
But I think there are other ways in which we're affecting them that are much more high of a concern. The acidification of the ocean through carbon, using it as a carbon sink, the warming of the oceans, those are having a much bigger effect on marine life.
The agreement also offered to Henlopen Acres, Bethany Beach, South Bethany, and Dewey. Rehoboth Beach officials will meet again January 19th to further talk about where it stands with that agreement.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think coast towns should sign a benefits agreement with U.S. Wind. Let's look at the results so far.
Take a look at your screen. So far, you can see 63% believe the negatives of those wind farms surpass any benefits, though 37% believe this would help the economy and the ecosystem.
If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. We'll show you updated results later tonight.
Well, new today, House Republicans are calling for Hunter Biden to be held in contempt of Congress. In draft resolutions released today, the GOP-led House Judiciary and Oversight Committees say the president's son defied a subpoena to appear for a closed-door interview as part of their impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. The resolutions will be marked up in committee hearings Wednesday, and if they pass, the committees, the full House, will vote on whether to refer the recommendation to the Justice Department, which would make the final decision on if Hunter Biden should be charged criminally.
Congressional leaders announced this week they've worked out a budget agreement to keep the government funded through the end of the fiscal year. Despite the tentative agreement, two funding deadlines are coming up, January 19th and February 2nd. If Congress does not approve the budget deal hammered out by its leaders, the government could still shut down.
Boeing is sending U.S. carriers who fly their 737 MAX 9 jets instructions on how to check the aircraft's door plugs for possible problems Monday. This as Federal Aviation Administration investigators piece together the latest incident involving this specific aircraft model just days ago. CNN's Laura Aguirre brings us more on what's next in the investigation.
More accounts of those terrifying moments are coming to light.
I knew it was not just normal turbulence because the masks came down.
Initially, when the piece flew off, there was almost multiple explosions.
That piece, a refrigerator-sized fuselage door plug from Alaska Air 1282, was found Sunday in a Portland, Oregon yard, with more evidence turning up elsewhere.
Went to go for a walk today and found a phone belonging to an Alaska Airlines passenger sitting on the ground.
One of two phones the NTSB says have been found and turned in. But as new evidence emerges, critical pieces of the puzzle have been lost.
We're disappointed that the cockpit voice recorder was overwritten.
Crucial details on the recorder were erased automatically by new audio every 2 hours. The NTSB wants the FAA to extend that window.
From 2 hours to 25 hours, because we want to hear communications, noise, alerts on the flight deck, which may help us prevent future tragedies.
For now, the FAA has grounded more than 170 Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes worldwide as inspections and this investigation move forward.
Our focus right now is on this aircraft to determine what happened.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Meanwhile, the NTSB says the now found door plug from Alaska Air Flight 1282 will be matched up in the hole in the side of the aircraft to better assess the scope of the damage. From there, it will be sent to the agency's Washington, D.C. lab for a more detailed inspection.
We're thrilled to announce that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTV-MBC or scan the QR code appearing on your screen. Stay connected with us.
Coming up, a Caroline County home after a fire where the flames originated, according to the fire marshal.
Next, as the tranquil skies turn treacherous, we're tracking the tempestuous turmoil for Tuesday. Fierce winds and flooding on the immediate horizon.
But first, errors in student loan billing statements, how the Biden administration is penalizing servicers. That's up next.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Bloomy Boutique. Fashion.
Visit Bloomy Boutique's 4 convenient locations, downtown Milford, Long Neck, and 2 in downtown Lewis. We carry resort wear all year long.
Dreamfest is back in Ocean City, Maryland for MLK Weekend. Join us for 3 soul-stirring shows at the Performing Arts Center January 12th through the 14th. Experience Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience. Marshall Karloff and the Purple Experience. Take 6, 10-time Grammy and Dove Award winners. Secure your tickets at ococean.com/pack. Don't miss Ocean City's 2nd annual Dreamfest, January 12th through the 14th. See you there.
Avery Hall has a long-standing history of being involved in the community. To me, it's very important to be involved in helping local families when they're in need. We see a variation of people in need. They need to be educated, provide guidance, and that's something that we're here for, and I enjoy helping people. At the end of the day, if I'm able to rewrite a policy and save them money that can help them continue in early retirement, that would be great. I'm Steve Mason, account executive at Avery Hall Insurance.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Student loan payments resumed in October, but some borrowers are still receiving inaccurate billing statements. That's according to a new report from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. In addition to billing errors, borrowers are experiencing processing delays and long hold times. In response, the Biden administration is punishing 3 of its 4 servicers. It's withholding more than $2 million, saying the companies failed to meet their contractual obligations.
Americans' attitudes about inflation have improved. In fact, they haven't felt this good about it in 3 years. That's according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's December survey of Consumer Expectations Report. The survey also found expectations about credit access and overall financial health trended upward.
In regional news, the Maryland State Fire Marshal is investigating a fire that struck the home you see here on your screens in Caroline County. You can see damage on the roof and side of the house. According to the fire marshal, it happened January 5th, just before 2. The fire itself started in the attached carport of the home. The estimated damage is $125,000. Good news, though, nobody was hurt. The cause, though, is still being investigated.
We've been warning you about this storm since last week, and it'll come knocking on your door tomorrow with 70-mile-per-hour winds, torrential downpours, and there's even more after that. The latest on this storm coming up.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned mattress retailer. Have you ever heard someone say, I'd love to spend $8,000 on an air mattress? No? Me neither. So why break the bank for a mattress you're going to set once and never adjust again? If If you need a solution for separate firmnesses for each side of the bed, there's a Split King that can do the job. Your comfort is important, but so is your bank account. Choose wisely.
Mattress Peddlers.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
I was feeling for lumps. I didn't feel the lump, but when it got checked, and that's when I realized the situation I was in. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. BB was there for me, and their staff was brilliant. They was understanding. For somehow, something that I didn't even understand, they understood me. Now that I look back, I could say they were there. Sometimes more understanding than my family, because they knew the answers. They really went beyond.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row, brought to you by Pohanka Kia of Salisbury.
Next Jeopardy! Anything can happen in Second Chance. Thank you to my stylist, that's me. You're the first one to thank himself, the Jeopardy milestone.
Monday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Simplify your kitchen with a pull-out trash can, organized spice rack, or sliding shelves.
At Paul Davis, we designed your kitchen to work with your life.
And Paul Davis won't tear out your kitchen, so you don't have to worry about months of disruption. And you'll save money.
Instead, let us reface your kitchen cabinets in the latest style and color in just 3 days.
Right now, Paul Davis is offering free installation with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
We'll come see you as soon as tomorrow or visit our new showroom in Salisbury.
Track the storm with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team.
Well, this is one of those weeks where that QR code is extremely important. Go ahead, pull your phone out, put it on camera, and be sure you scan the QR code. You will need our app for the next week or so. Right now, we're quiet. Temperatures in the 40s, 42 Rehoboth and in Bethany Beach, 45 Redden, 41 in Milton and in Milford. We're calm for right now. Winds, not really a problem. I mean, they're still circulating a little bit for us, but they're still staying relatively cooperative for us. As we begin to take a look at what's happening with our radar at this present time, we are seeing along the coast, we actually have some storm warnings that are in effect. That's what all this purple is about right here. So we have a storm warning that's active for us, and then we have high wind warnings throughout a good portion of the inland area. So a combination of things are happening right now. Right here is where we have the high wind warnings. And then over here in the purple, right along the coast, that's actually where we have the storm warnings that are active along the entire shore, and that will continue to be the case. The high wind warning is active for Accomack, Northampton, Somerset, as well as Worcester. That stays in effect until 4 o'clock Wednesday. Now, that's just the high wind warning. Then we have a newly issued coastal flood warning for Dorchester, Somerset, and Wacomico. That's for Cambridge, Natticoke, Salisbury, Westover. Let me explain to you what this means in details. Bottom line, it means that flooding is imminent. It hasn't even started raining yet, but it's saying in these areas, flood warning, it's already imminent along the coast. So that's what we're dealing with at this present time. And this is part of a system that's moving its way towards us steadily from the west. So Tuesday morning, we start off cloudy with winds out of the east. By mid-morning, the rain hits. We're at 50 degrees, regular rain. By 3 o'clock, heavier rain near Milton, Broadkill Beach, Long Neck, Millsboro, and Milford. Then by 8 o'clock, this is when we have the three-headed monster that's going to pull through at 8:30 on Tuesday. Right here near Milford, right here near Georgetown, right here near Selbyville. All three of these lines are still looking pretty steady, and they move through very quickly, which suggests to me that they're going to become strong and stay that way. Winds out of the southeast at 11 o'clock in the morning at 30 miles per hour in Ocean City. But then by 10:30 Tuesday night, look at this, 66 mile per hour wind gusts out of the south in Ocean City, 66 in Bethany Beach, 65 in Georgetown. And this has gone down from 70 to 79. So that lets you know that Wednesday we still have somewhat gusty winds. And the amount of rain, well, we're looking at basically 1 3/4 to 2 inches of rain expected in the area And so that's what we anticipate until we get to, let's say, Wednesday morning. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. A first alert day for Tuesday, obviously. Very windy for early Wednesday morning, like just before sunrise. That's why I'm not including a red day for Wednesday, because the focus of the bad weather is really Tuesday night going into, let's say, midnight Wednesday.
Thank you, Paul. Happening now at the Delaware State Fairgrounds, it's Delaware Ag Week. Industry experts are leading sessions throughout the week, exploring the latest and most valuable innovations in agriculture. Happening tomorrow at the fairgrounds, a farm equipment road safety session. For more information on these sessions, visit CoastTV.com.
With the passage of Maryland's organics recycling law, many Maryland businesses are required to file an annual report with their local counties. That's according to the Department of the Environment. It's to help businesses learn more about filing reports, and the department's holding a webinar for that January 10th from 11 to 11:45. That will review reporting requirements and give businesses instructions on accessing and completing the report. You can register for the webinar at the Maryland Department of the Environment's Facebook page.
The Dorchester County Sheriff's Office is mourning the loss of Deputy Matthew Medley. The sheriff says his passing was untimely and Medley was known for his compassion. While Medley's cause of death was not revealed, many neighboring departments have shared condolences online and shared a helpline for officers who are struggling.
Tonight at 6:30, the East Newmarket Firehouse of Vigilite, a candlelight vigil will be held there for people to honor Medley. Well, after the break here on Coast TV News at 5, a 27-year partnership is coming to an end. We'll be right back.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Voted the #1 golf course in Maryland by our players. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. Local residents receive discounted rates and earn points that can be used for free golf with our local rewards program. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com today. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
WBOC. Coast TV and the First Alert Weather Team. Your safety, our commitment.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Track the storm with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team.
New today, Tiger Woods and Nike have reached the 19th green. Today, the legendary golfer announced he ended his partnership with the athletic brand on social media. Woods wrote there he was fortunate to work with Nike for 27 years, adding, quote, "There will certainly be another chapter." So far, no word on where Woods' next partnership may come from.
If you live in Dewey Beach and still need to get rid of your Christmas tree, the town's got you covered. The town says homeowners can place trees in the right-of-way tomorrow morning to be collected by the town's trash provider.
Time to take one more look at our Coast TV poll. Do you think coast towns should sign benefits agreement with U.S. Wind? Take a look at your screen. It's changed a little bit. 58% now believe no, 42% say yes, but shifting ever so slightly there. If you haven't voted yet, you can do that at coasttvnews.com or our mobile app, and we'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 6. A quick look ahead as we look to the NFL playoffs. This Saturday at 4:30, you can watch the Houston Texans host the Cleveland Browns here on Coast TV. However, the late game, Chiefs-Dolphins rematch at 8, that will only be on Peacock. We want to make it clear, this was NBC's decision, not Coast TV's or Draper Media. If you want to watch that late game, you will have to pay for Peacock. There is no free way to watch it. And again, this was not our call. We hope you'll join us for the early game here on Coast TV and, of course, your hyper-local Coast TV news at 11.
Coming up, exploring the Indian River Inlet Bridge, how you can learn about the inlet's history this Friday. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Hi, this is Warren Rosenfeld of Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli, here at our South Bethany location, now with dine-in waitress service, 52 seats inside and another 52 seats on a four-season porch, a full breakfast menu, and all of your Rosenfeld's favorites. We look forward to feeding you soon.
For once, there's competition between the judges.
That was fantastic!
I'm so pure! You can do so much better!
Howie!
With Team Howie!
AGT Fantasy League, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
The verdict is in on Night Court.
It's real now.
Melissa Rauch has precision comedic timing.
I am a human chill pill.
And John Larroquette delivers.
As someone who took chill pills in the 80s, you need a new dealer.
A new Night Court, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Not sure what to get your Valentine this year? How about a new walk-in shower from Baths by Spicer Brothers? Right now, through February 14th, save 14% off your entire project and take advantage of no interest and no payments for 18 months. Plus, receive a set of 2 luxury bathrobes. And your new shower can be installed in as little as 1 day with factory-certified 5-star installation guaranteed. Don't miss out. This offer ends February 14th. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Dreamfest is back in Ocean City, Maryland for MLK Weekend. Join us for 3 soul-stirring shows at the Performing Arts Center January 12th through the 14th. Experience Who's Bad, the ultimate Michael Jackson experience. Marshall Karloff and the Purple Experience. Take 6, 10-time Grammy and Dove Award winners. Secure your tickets at ococean.com/pack. Don't miss Ocean City's 2nd annual Dreamfest, January 12th through the 14th. See you there.
Sun, sand, and summertime style at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Dive into our huge in-stock selection to refresh your home. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 24-month interest-free financing. Discover our charming children's selection. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Browse appliances that you can depend on, like Speed Queen. And trust our professional and experienced installation and service team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
Hi, this is Warren Rosenfeld from Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli. Come visit Rosenfeld's in Rehoboth Beach on Coastal Highway just north of the outlets. See our much talked about wall murals and stay for the best corned beef, pastrami, Reubens, and outrageous desserts. We hope to feed you soon.
Have you ever wondered about the history behind the Indian River Inlet Bridge? Well, Friday, Delaware State Parks will be holding a guided hike that will allow people to learn about all the bridges that have spanned the inlet and how the current bridge design came to be. Now, this hike is 1 hour. It's $6. Registration is required on Delaware State Parks website.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, the future of the Lewis Line, the community's division over the future of public transportation in Lewis.
Right now, we want to take a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Now, we have the first alert day for us for Tuesday. And a high of 57 degrees. We're watching out for 70-mile-per-hour winds and at least 1 3/4 to 2 inches of rain for Tuesday alone. Staying a little breezy for us early Wednesday. Just so you'll know, we'll catch our breath on Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday, we're watching for a mixture of rain and wind. Similar to this one, but not quite as strong. And then Monday and Tuesday, that little snow thing, let's not even talk about that right now. First things first.
Agree with that, Paul. Thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download the Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition's up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.